Welcome back, everyone. It's time for our last match of the Bravo stream. I'm Golden Boy, of course, joined by the legend, the one and only Mr. Tony Rose. As we get ready for our last match of the day, Tony, are you ready for it? It's Cloud9 versus freaking eUnited.
I don't know if I'm ready, but I better get ready because it's coming soon.
Oh, I'm into this one, man. Yeah, look, if there's one thing, there's a few things I love in life, okay? You know, I like a good glass of wine.
All right.
I love me some superhero movies.
Of course.
Comic books.
All right.
And some mother effing Halo. And I'm ready for some Halo, baby, because these two teams are gonna give us a giga banger, hands down. This is not a position that I thought either of these two squads would find themselves in. Top 6 they're fighting for. One of these teams is gonna go home before Championship Sunday. That is absurd to think about.
One of these two juggernauts are going down in top 8, and one of them have a chance to make history. Cloud9, eUnited, game number 1.
Let's do this bad boy, and already out of the gate, these players are gonna send eUnited packing with 3 players down instantly. But let's not forget that Cloud9 took a few hits there, but the benefit is gonna go to Cloud9 because Eco picks up the camouflage and can put this to good use.
Something tells me that Cloud9 might be even more dangerous right now than they are in the winner's bracket. They're motivated.
Totally
They're
agree.
Angry. They know they don't belong here. eUnited may always have a game plan. They may always look good, but Cloud9 playing angry, that scares me.
It's shocking to think that one of these two teams, that a player like Snipedown or Rhino, Rain, Suspector on the other side, Eco, Bound, Penguin, Stellar could be missing out on Championship Sunday. But that just goes to show the level of competition that we've been treated to here in Seattle and just how unreal all these players are playing. And you know, I had an opportunity to catch up with Suspector, asked him how he's feeling. He genuinely said he feels like he's playing the best Halo he has been playing all year long. If he's feeling that good, that will be very scary, but he's gonna have to play at that level and then some against Cloud9, who have managed to be able to keep this one close at the early goings of this game.
Yeah, not only can he be playing at his best Halo, but his teammates do as well. If you're gonna take down the Dynasty, Cloud9 back-to-back LAN champions to start off this season, haven't missed a grand finals in a major LAN here in North America. We know what's on the line. It's a 28-13 lead in favor of Cloud9 right now. They don't have the numbers just yet, but of course Bound going right after Rain.
They haven't been able to miss a grand final in a major, but here's the kicker. You can't even worry about that right now. You have to worry about the objective at hand, and the objective is strongholds, and so far it's looking good for Cloud9 as they've been able to obtain 3 points, and they're holding it down. No one from eUnited has been able to get in there. Bound with the easy pick there onto Snipedown. Gets the double kill as well onto Suspector. That's going to be 2 bodies down for EU as Bound's going to make his way around the corner. Ryan has to deal with the might of C9, and he can't quite stay alive long enough, but there might be someone there to help. It's Rain who picks up 2 of his own.
Cloud9 historically a great strongholds team. Meanwhile, eUnited usually playing a little bit slower than what's necessary to win on a map and game type like Strongholds Recharge, especially with a team like Cloud9. So this is a bad matchup for eUnited. It's reflecting in the scoreboard. Almost a 100-point lead in favor of C9, and Stellar still has the shock rifle.
Yeah, and with that shock rifle in Stellar's hands, it's going to be a big problem there, right? He's so good at it. This is why Rain is such an intelligent player, because he forces Stellar to have to make that move. He'll get those pot shots and apply the damage where he can. And that's one of the reasons why Rain is just so underrated. The issue is that Cloud9, they have that wild lead that eUnited have to come back from. There's so much work. You're looking at Cloud9 crossing that 150-point threshold. eUnited have yet to be able to get 15 points. They haven't even been able to get 15. But maybe that could change with this trip cap.
Even with the home field advantage, Seattle Rain and eUnited having a tough time dealing with Cloud9, but the triple cap does come in. If there's any chance for them to come back in this game, it's going to be through this triple cap. It's going to be through the discipline and through the slays necessary.
And even though eUnited are going to give up the B control, they still hold A and C. So let's jump into the comms with an Astro listening with eUnited in here if they can hold on to A and C.
Yeah, did you guys see?
I got one. There we go. One shot.
Oh, 2 1-shots. 2 1-shots.
Nice.
One shot Sex. Camo now. Camo
He's
now.
on Sex. He's on Sex. Look at Sex.
You grappled it.
Dead. I got triple.
I'm going back to A.
We have camo.
I'm pipes. I'm at A.
Who has it? We don't. We don't have it.
No one got camo.
Yeah, it's fine. 7-6. We'll get it later.
I scanned. I don't see it. I think it glitched. I think it glitched.
Last week.
I'm sitting bottom mid.
Pipes.
I'm coming pipes. I'm here
Pipes
pipes.
last week.
Wait, stairs.
Bottom A weak.
I'm coming to I'm coming to
3 shots today.
No, I got one. No, one shot. Nice.
I'm coming. I'm behind.
Bottom A.
One shot bottom A.
Dead.
In behind me.
All right,
Dude,
live,
one
live,
needles.
live.
I'm living.
Shields.
I'm
He's
one.
in A.
Top A. Bottom A, 2 shots.
Bottom A, one shot. Eco.
He's on elevator.
Sitting bottom A, left side.
Nice. There's
With the repulse. Jumping up top A.
weak at A. 2 weak at A.
In needles one.
Nice.
2 dead.
I can look C.
I'm starting B.
Yeah.
Okay.
I died. And A capping it.
C's weak.
One shot C. He's going into blue, one shot.
Alright.
I'm
Gonna
looking
be
for
multiples here.
Stop blue.
Multiples blue.
And
It's on me.
Pretty solid calls there from eUnited. I expect nothing less from them. You know, one thing that you got to say about EU is that this is a team of professionals, right? And I don't mean that in like, obviously there are pro players, but also these are guys who are older, more mature. They've been in this situation time and time again. And for some of these players, they have been playing since the days of H3, Tony. There's a lot of history on this team and a lot of intelligence in one player in particular, Snipedown, who can take some faces off if he needs to.
Snipedown might just go off with the shock rifle. We've seen what he can do with different snipers in past games. Now look at line up another one. Eco gonna moonwalk right into Snipedown, but eventually does end up going down. 3 members of Cloud9 gonna follow though. So eUnited having an advantage, pushing up for Bravo and Charlie at the same time. They should still be putting points on the board starting now.
Yeah, smart play from eUnited. They knew that they lost control as soon as Snipedown died there. Critical fight happening though. 3 members from eUnited, or actually from Cloud9, are gonna be pressured, and that's gonna come from Bound and Stellar forcing the situation in gold. They're looking to try and get control of B, and a great play there. A perfect shot from Bound, as well as the camouflage grab, which is massive for Cloud9 here. What a great response from them. They get A, and then they immediately put that work in to secure B.
We already knew he had the moves like Jagger, but apparently has a shot of Steph Curry with that big perfect kill, snatching away active camouflage. Does Bound, and a double cap once again in favor of Cloud9 as he's putting down every single member of eUnited that crosses his path. eUnited having a tough time getting these kills, let alone getting a capture on a base.
He gets on top of blue there. Nice play from Bound, and I'm certain that that player was not expecting that at all. This is the thing about Bound, right? When he is playing well, and Walshy said this before on the desk, and he made a fantastic point. When Bound is beaten down on people, he gets better and better and better and better. Bound needs to be challenged, and I think that could potentially be a win condition here for eUnited to really put that pressure on Bound and then make him make mistakes. But right now he's playing with a lot of confidence, and he's only going to get stronger as time goes on.
Bound and Cloud9 at the moment are playing bully ball, and it's seemingly working on eUnited, who haven't found an answer to the question that Cloud9 consistently put on them. Finally, we see a double cap in favor of eUnited, but Stellar still has that shock rifle, and they're just going to out-rotate him and work onto the Charlie side. eUnited needs to headbutt them. They need to get a kill.
Yeah, they need a response here and now. Maybe that's going to come from C, but they're going to lose B instantly. They have 4 players that are working towards C, and they have no other choice but to do this. With 2 players down now from Cloud9, now you get A, you can potentially get C, and if you get the break here on B, that'd be huge, but it's not going to work out for them, though. Snipedown does get the kill on the Penguin, and look at where the players of Cloud9 are going to be spawning, over toward Long Haul, fighting inside of the pit, because Camouflage comes up in a few seconds, and they need to secure these kills, eUnited, in order to prevent C9 from getting control of that power-up.
211 to 130 lead in favor of Cloud9, but eUnited the ones putting points on the board, and Brian's the one stealing away camouflage. Comes right down to the Mangler pit, puts a one-shot, can't find the kill.
That was a camouflage that did not really amount to all that much for eUnited. At the very least, what they have been able to get from that was more time and to catch up on this lead. But this fight is getting real scrappy towards C. eUnited, though, managed to stabilize for the time being. Stellar, though, is going to be down low. No one in the vicinity to stop Stellar from capturing this. Oh, now he spoke too soon. 2 members, as a matter of fact, and Stellar's going to have to back away, but his teammates are working toward A, so now Cloud9 continue to capture some points here. But Tony, there's a problem. That scoreboard is getting a little out of hand, and eUnited, they have to respond in kind.
I love the way that eUnited have been able to claw their way back into it, but Cloud9 started with 150-13 lead and have just built off of it. And now that they were able to slow down eUnited, work through that double cap, they're just 15 seconds away from taking eUnited. You need to stop Cloud9. They need to get in a base, and that's what they do.
And you need to start making sure that you're getting these games, because yes, they are capturing and they're adding points, but they have to find literally what Cloud9 did at the start of the game, where it felt like they started the game with a 150-point lead over eUnited. They have to start doing the same thing. They cannot allow Cloud9 to even sniff the different strongholds on the map. Otherwise, this game one is going to be over.
Do you smell what Cloud9 are cooking? As of right now, looks like they're getting cooked. 3 down, go Cloud9. eUnited able to snatch away that shock rifle, holding down the gold side of the map, daring anyone from Cloud9 to extend forward. Camouflage is coming up, so that's going to force both of these teams to get out of their position. Suspect they're making one shot, making sure that gold side is being cleared out. Active camouflage is officially up.
2 players down. That's big. Now you're getting closer for eUnited. You're coming back into this game. The camouflage now, a first one for eUnited, could be quite, well, second one rather, but the first one that maybe they're going to be able to use here. As Sniped comes around the corner, he's got to get onto C. He manages to reset it at the nick of time. That's going to cause a bit of a problem here, and they have to respond now, eUnited. They cannot allow them to get control of this, but Bound is going to take a significant amount of damage there, as that player from eUnited is going to drop back inside of A, try to use the grapple shot, but they do manage, Cloud9, to get C control. Only one player left alive. It's Rain. Can Seattle's finest find a way to stop him there? He's unsuccessful in that venture, but he does get the kill.
eUnited not able to take advantage of that camouflage, and that might just cost them. Cloud9 with the double cap. We do see a player sneak into the Bravo side. 2 quickly going down for eUnited. Looks like they stopped the B side. The reset comes in at the same time. Cloud9 are taking A, and that's it. eUnited are gonna fall 0-1 in the series.
Cloud9 started that game with a wild lead. What was it, like 130-13 at one point, Tony? Like, that's so difficult to come back from. eUnited kind of set themselves up for failure at the start of that game, but really, when you think about it, it was Cloud9 that did that for them, right? Cloud9, when they have those advantages, they'll beat you down time and time and time again. Bound had a great game there.
You do not play against Cloud9 when they're angry. I said it before, like there's only one thing scarier than fighting against Cloud9 in the winner's bracket. That's fighting against Cloud9 in the elimination bracket. When they're fighting for their tournament lives, they just up the level of intensity. eUnited did a great job of trying to get themselves back into that game, but eventually Cloud9 iced it out.
You know, and look, I'm really getting tired of this narrative that Cloud9 doesn't care, right?
Okay.
They do. I've had many conversations with members of Cloud9. The amount of time, and then look, their style is different. The way they approach the game is different, and it has been different since, you know, Eco and Stellar were on Splice with Shotzi and Renegade. You know, they had a different philosophy for how they played the game, but that philosophy brought them a world championship, right? So I look at this and I think, man, it's wild to think that this is the narrative that's kind of going around right now, that this Cloud9 team, it doesn't have that passion. When they're in these elimination bracket situations, you see that passion come out in their gameplay. They speak with their paintbrush. That is the reason why they're in the position that they're in as a squad and why they're so damn good.
Not everyone expresses themselves in the same way.
That's right.
And for Cloud9, they express themselves with grand finals or bust. And we're going to find out if they can make one of the most miraculous runs throughout the elimination bracket. First one up is going to be eUnited in their way. Can Cloud9 finish the series?
I feel like we're seeing the evolution of C9, right? And this challenge, this is what Cloud9 needs in order for them to be able to take those games off of Optic if they do make it to the grand finals, right? They were in the grand finals of Orlando because the natural gifted talent of these 4 players will always take them that far. But you notice that in that grand final situation, Tony, they were struggling. They couldn't find a groove. Optic just took advantage of every single opportunity, and look at this. Bound is just standing still, and Penguin is like, okay, buddy, I'll just give you that info.
He's like, you good, bro? He's like, oh, no, I'm good.
Bound's like, I'm just gonna hang out over here. You hang out over there. You give me the info there. You give me the info here. We know where they are. They have to
You
move.
sure you good? No, I'm good. I'm good. All right.
It's like it's like they're talking to one another. It's like, are you good over there, Bound? Over. Yeah, of course I'm okay, Penguin. Over. You know where they are, right, buddy? Yep, 100%. They're still inside of the base. Bunch of cowards. Over. Point is. I'm just saying. eUnited were literally in the back of their base, just waiting for a move to be made. you got to play with. I'm not trying to take anything away from them here, but you got to play with some pep in your step here. And C9 will gladly welcome you with open arms if you're just gonna turtle.
The runway has been clear for landing right now, and Cloud9 already starting off with a 12-3 lead, and they ain't messing around. No nuts being served on this plane. The only thing being served is eUnited. They're getting cooked.
I'm a pretzel guy. Let me tell you right now. And I could see Cloud9 twisting up eUnited like a pretzel here, man, because every single time they're off of the respawn, Cloud9 jump on them. They're on them like a spider monkey, Tony. The whole time. 15-4. This feels like we're looking at the same thing that happened in that Strongholds game where Cloud9 evidently started off with a 130-point lead. and this is scary. eUnited have to start getting in their face. Can't allow Cloud9 to dictate the pace of the game.
But eUnited just falling 3 down once again. They're taking flight right now as Cloud9 as we switch gears over towards Stella.
Too many airplane references now.
Up over towards the utility side. Wants to gain control as Cloud9 have been controlling the pace of this game this entire time, and now a 2-man push from both sides. Psychic coming out, able to take down one. Snipe down still gets the better of Cloud9. Finally, numbers advantage going in favor of eUnited. They still have a mountain to climb.
Yeah, they really do, right? But this is a team that, you know, throughout their history have been in these positions before. I think really what's going to be important here is that when they're not quite sure of the information, like see where they are right now, they have sniped down on this side of the map. They have 2 other players that are on the red side, right? So you play with that information. You know where the players are now, and just hold that high ground. Don't really allow Cloud9 to get presence here. Play intelligently and snipe down. Even though he's going to be able to get that kill, they can still come back into this game. Yes, it is a 9-kill lead, but it is still doable.
Especially as Cloud9 find himself 3 down. You talked about that height advantage and map position and being so important. eUnited obviously are playing through it, and with active camouflage coming up, Suspector has an important role. He can't take too much damage. He can definitely not go down. Looks like he's gonna give away that height advantage, getting information that they don't have the numbers anymore. They don't have that positioning. Maybe Cloud9 can get hands on active camo.
Suspector goes in there to help out Rain, but he ends up giving his life in the process. That's going to be 2 players down. It is kind of getting a bit out of hand here. This is why I'm worried now, because, well, I mean, I was worried when the score was, you know, 10 kills, but I'm even more worried at this point because I'm trying to see where Ryanoob is here, right? Where is a player like Ryanoob who's very sneaky and looking to create opportunities for his team? He's doing that, but Cloud9 know that. They know how players like Ryanoob like to approach the game. They're controlling top mid, they're controlling Dynamo nades, and they're hurting eUnited exactly where they want them.
One person that's not worried is Bound right now, cool as a cucumber.
He's having a great game.
eUnited flipping the map right now, spawning over to where the gold side, going right under P, right under all of Cloud9. But listen, they caught, and Bound dropping down for a huge double kill. That's gonna stop eUnited. They do that move time and time again. They try to flip the map, 4-man push. It doesn't work this time.
No, it does not. Bound was prepared for it. They saw the playbook. They know what eUnited like to do, their tendencies. And also, Bound, look at the movement here. He's just forcing so much attention, and that is going to allow Eco to be able to get this kill. That's a 13-kill lead right now, and it feels like eUnited are looking, fishing for any answer that they could possibly obtain. But it is unfortunate to say that the answers are not coming. It's not happening. Cloud9 have them pinned.
Every time eUnited try a play, Cloud9 have a counter. Even that nasty double kill to Snipe Down was able to get. eventually cleaned up, and that map control right back again in favor of Cloud9. They're sending numbers.
Yeah.
And they're overwhelming eUnited. We are fast approaching the 40 kill mark, at least for one of these teams.
Yeah, and Cloud9 have been controlling the Dynamo nades a fair amount. They cannot allow them to do that. That weapon alone, that utility allows you to take so much presence on the map. So I think that is something they're going to have to start prioritizing here, but also they got to prioritize these one-shots. Ryan knows that there was going to be a player down low, but I think he wasn't too sure if the other one was present. I think he thought that the guy he was facing off against was the sole player down low, but it turns out that there was going to be a second there. But thankfully, Snipedown's there for the cover, and he's able to secure himself a double kill. A little weak, but he does have the call as he goes back up top mid. Camel's going to be available, and the Legend picks it up. And let's see if he can put it to good use, but brilliant job from Cloud9, shutting that down instantly.
eUnited's defenses continue to get exposed. Cloud9 find the hole and are able to work right through it. Their ultra-aggressive playstyle continues to bother eUnited. And because of that, there's a double-digit lead as Cloud9 now pushing down to the push over to the car side, finds himself one that's going to be rain. Nate starts to rain down. The second one gonna fall. The third one does as well. That's gonna be a triple kill. Bound locking down eUnited.
Unbelievable. 19 kills for Bound. This is where he thrives as he continues to get stronger, get better, get more comfortable. They're just letting him run roughshod all over eUnited. And EU is feeling the brunt of it at this point in time. Eco picks up a double of his own, and they have eyes. They know exactly where that player is going to be. One kill remains. Who is going to locate it as they're just running around the map, literally fishing, hunting for a kill as 4 members of eUnited group up inside of utility. Bounds there for the clothesline, and he goes in for it, and he hits him right in the kisser. 50 kills. Cloud9 go up in this series by 2.
Bound has been absolutely incredible. So far this series up 2-0, just one game away from taking eUnited. And you know, I want to change another narrative. I'm tired of saying that Bound needs to replace Renegade.
Oh, yeah.
I'm tired of that narrative. You know what? Bound is just being the best Bound he can be. He's absolutely incredible, and we are seeing it right here, right now. The movement is absolutely godlike. The shot is dominant as well. When he's rolling downhill, he runs over players.
My only real concern, though, is that when Bound gets challenged, that's when I want to see, you know, whether or not the real Bound stands up, right? Because so far that has kind of been the story here. Again, to harp on what Walshy was saying, when someone like Bound goes off and he has the freedom to just beat down on someone, he'll do it again, and he'll do it again, and he'll do it again. And he's activated by his team to do so. But it's really in those pressure cooker situations, which eUnited, which I'm shocked, eUnited have not really put them in that situation to begin with. So really, like, Cloud9 doing a lot of things right. Gonna praise them, but let's go ahead and focus here on eUnited. What the hell is going on, Tony? Because this does not feel like a team that is contending for a Championship Sunday spot right now.
Yeah, the question now becomes who's going to be that one to challenge Bound. Yeah. And now Snipedown looking at you, once former teammate of Bound. He's going to have to be that one that goes in. He's going to have to be that one to test Bound going into this. You cannot allow him to continue to drop 20 and 30 bombs on you, and for you to expect to get the win. eUnited are fighting for their tournament lives right now. Cloud9 looking to advance forward.
One more game for C9. For eUnited, a long road ahead. And we're going the streets, and out of the gate, Eco starts off with a double kill, and he almost gets himself a triple, but Ryan Noob's there to stop it right in its tracks. Penguin picks up the rocket, though, and it's King of the Hill, as we said before, so the name of the game, get possession of the hill, hold it for a certain amount of time, and get to 4 points. First of 4 wins.
I'm trying to figure out what exactly happened with that rocket that Penguin shot.
Yeah.
It would make the player one shot chasing it down. Eventually does end up going down, and so does Rain. Penguin, 2 shots with the Stalker into the battle rifle, and now we're into the point of view of Ryan Noob and eUnited, who are going to struggling to get their first win.
Beautiful
They
nade.
have to do it here.
Beautiful nade there. Suspector's got to go there to help his teammate out, but I think he ended up getting picked off. Indeed, he did. These 3 players are going to be down for eUnited. No one has been able to really wrestle control here of this arcade hill quite yet. Red room is going to be hotly contested. Rain does manage to get the kill. Suspector around the flank. And positioning is going to be very important here because it's still going to be so early, but you want to try and see if you can go in for the pincer, right? Pull the attention of Cloud9 over to you. That's going to be Suspector's job here. You wanted to know who was going to be the player that's going to make that space? It's this guy. It's Suspector. He's so good at it to create those opportunities as two players are going to go down. Now we got to see if eUnited can benefit from that or if they're just going to wait for that moment to strike. And it seems as if at this point in time, Tony, Cloud9 are just not allowing eUnited any space.
Snipe that off the screen, was able to open up with a double kill, so a 2v2 scenario. Eco really holding down the BD side, finally going to be addressed, and we see these numbers go in favor of eUnited. They've now finally swung that momentum in favor of them, but Penguin finds himself a flank right through the tire side. Huge play by him, right as the Rockets are coming up. Penguin fighting for dear life, but his life will be taken.
That was such a great play by Penguin, really. And also an even better play by his teammate that was coming around PD side to pull the attention of, I believe that was Snipe down inside of tires. So those coordinated moments, those are the things that make Cloud9 so good and the reason why they constantly find themselves in grand finals. So you have to anticipate that if someone's pulling your attention in the opposite way, you need to be ready for that potential engagement to happen right in front of you. That being said, 3 players were down for a moment there for Cloud9. C9 do have that lead still on that arcade hill.
But just barely won. They'll start the fight for this, and as I said, at a fight for it seems like they just hop in willy-nilly. Penguin will be the first one to go down on the map. It looks like Ryan will end up following him. Both players are getting introduced to the black screen. Cloud9 finds himself a second kill. Eco finds himself an exit right out of this scenario, and Cloud9 are about done with Hill 1.
Yep, and they're setting up now for Tram. This is so good for Cloud9 already. Those brute grenades are going to slow them down as well. And just look at this positioning here by the bench, right? Like everything that they're doing, it's all these awkward angles that no one likes fighting out of. Cloud9 just are the kings of that, to just hold these weird positions, and then eUnited have no choice but to pull their crosshair in the opposite direction from where they were going initially.
I say it all the time, it's okay to go down 0-1 in King of the Hill, but you have to be set up for that next hill when eUnited simply works. So that first progression is going in favor of Cloud9. eUnited have to break through. They have to work harder, not smarter, but Suspector has himself a bulldog. That makes things a little bit easier.
Yeah, it does. That's going to have to force the attention over. Suspector is going to be able to get that kill. eUnited haven't quite been able to hold this there, and Rhino does secure that kill, so he will be alive to help out, and now we can maybe start to see eUnited gain some progress on this hill, but they haven't really been able to do so comfortably yet because the Rockets are going to be available, and this is a position that eUnited they need to fight for.
Rhino right in the face of Cloud9 at the moment as they continue to put good points on the board. eUnited should take the lead in this hill progression. Bound and Stellar now just coming off a spawn, and we see all of eUnited not only surround the subway side, but daring Cloud9 to come in, using it as bait. Ryan using a bulldog to perfection, trades out his life there. eUnited still having the numbers. That means they're going to still put points on the board.
Big fight for Suspector to win there, and he also had the help from Snipe down too. Massive kill. Suspector feeling the value of his life even after he's perished, which is going to force Penguin here to just wait this one out. 2 players right in front. He got the call that Snipe down was going to be weak, so he went right for the fight. Penguin also called that player over toward the driveway, but he wasn't prepared for Suspector by the B steps. And Suspector now, as he tries to stay alive, he wants to be able to help out his teammate, but he needed his shields to come back. And they're holding the door, the front door there, not allowing Cloud9 to enter. And that is a great read for eUnited. And now they kind of turned the tables here on C9.
Just 1 minute and 45 seconds on the clock, and so far only 1 hill has been accumulated so far. That's how hard both of these teams are fighting for any kind of semblance of control for the subway side. Eco taking the backdoor entrance. Ryan getting caught from multiple sides, front, back, side to side, somehow is able to escape with his life down to 1 shot. Should be able to get his shields back, and now Ryan is going to start the push.
You know what's ridiculous about all this, Tony, is that eUnited were on the Tram side of the map there for what felt like a century, and they were not able to, at the very least, get up to like 75% progress gain. Cloud9 constantly putting the pressure, constantly harassing him, never allowing eUnited to get comfortable inside of the hill. And as a result of that, they have not been able to make the significant progress that they wanted to make here. And even right now, we're still feeling the brunt of that. A snipe down lands down after just gaining his shields, and now he has no shields to go in for that fight, thus allowing his teammates to have to handle the brunt of the work here because he had no other choice.
So many times with the eUnited, we see their games end 1-0, 2-1. Never do they end up going the full distance when it comes to King of the Hill, when you're starting to see why they fight hard. And with the 2 down for Cloud9, they might be able to stay one last push as Cloud9 looking to end it here. Bound looking to put the Sentinel beam to work, but Cloud9 find himself 3 down. Suspector finds herself within the hill. This is still possible for eUnited.
It really is, but you have 1 minute remaining in this game. No one for eUnited is going to be in the hill yet, but Ryan with a massive double kill and a big clear. Get in that hill and start making some progress, because that's the only way you're going to win this game. Objective efficiency is going to be everything here, and you know where that hill's going to go next. So I think that Cloud9 maybe have conceded that they're not going to be able to stop this hill, and they're already setting up for the next one.
Cloud9 have already punted this hill. We are in swing. Hill number 3 with 47 seconds on the clock. It may just be the final hill that we see. eUnited desperately need this. Cloud9 having the opportunity to send eUnited home before Championship Sunday.
42 seconds, we're all tied up, so it will go to overtime. Who's going to win control on the PD side of the map? For right now, it's Cloud9, or at least it appears that way, as you have a lot of scrappy fights happening here. Stellar contributing massive damage in the middle of the map, holding tires as well. This is going to allow his teammates to spawn. They should be able to hold this for a little while, but here comes eUnited looking to force him off of it.
Stellar pinging left and right over toward the ATM side of the map. Rockets have just come up, and both players,
they need those rocks.
4 players on the map.
They need those rocks, but they got to get on the hill too.
Suspector grabs it.
Okay, so he gets the rockets. He's going to bring this over to B. No one from C9 is present toward B, but look at where everyone from Cloud9 goes. They all rotate around because they're anticipating these rockets being used. The worst thing you could have done was just kind of met them at the gut, but they get no value from the rockets whatsoever. But the 2 players go down for Cloud9, so at least eUnited can breathe just a little sigh of relief here. Few seconds remaining. Next point wins. eUnited get on that PD hill.
That was sus. Spectre, 17 kills, only died 12 times. Not able to get the kill with the rockets, but still able to put Cloud9 3 down.
2 minutes on the clock. Just think about the fact, Tony, that like the way that this game is kind of played out, even when eUnited have those moments, have that advantage, they're still worried about someone popping up behind them, so they can never really press that. And this is getting real scary now for eUnited. Cloud9 are so close to winning this one and sending them packing 3-0, ending potentially what could be a glorious career for Snipedown in professional Halo, you know, with a whimper.
But eUnited, they never waver, they never get desperate, and now as they find the kills that they were looking for, they're sending Cloud9 back towards the subway side, but off the screen, Penguin able to take down Suspector. Snipedown ends up going down, nades are coming in, eUnited fall 3 down, and Cloud9 going right towards the hill. The final player goes down, and that might be the final chance of eUnited. One last push.
eUnited has to dig deep, but you have bodies on the hill. Cloud9 right there, and that is gonna do it, folks. Cloud9, no! eUnited stay alive. They get inside of the hill. They're gonna hold this one down for the time being. But Tony, this is such a fragile situation. If they lose this, that's it, it's over.
eUnited cannot afford not a single second of progression for Cloud9, and as the kills start to come in,
2 down.
We do see 2 down for Cloud9 to the half, still looking for any kind of push here. Penguin doing a great job of playing his life and doing that damage. Eventually he does end up going down. Bounce sneaks in, gets the contest, gets himself the kill, has to hop back out of the hill, but not able to get that single second necessary. Split second at this point.
The hill's ripe for the picking here. Stellar's got himself the Stalker rifle, which caused some problems, but Ryan does have the rockets, as he's going to be perched up over toward the cafe. eUnited do manage to get in there, but a massive kill there for Stellar. Could this very well be it, as he's on the move, finds one toward PD, gets the kill, 1 more tires, see you later. The last player sniped down, but it doesn't even matter. eUnited are sent home with a clean sweep from Cloud9, and the lower bracket Warriors continue their Herculean run here at the Halo World Championship.
You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell up out of here. Cloud9 pull off the 3-0. eUnited will
What a
not
game.
see Sunday like Chick-fil-A.
That's a good one. You know, actually, after the airplane thing, I totally I deserve that. Oh man, what a series. eUnited obviously putting it all out there, but Cloud9, when they're like, they just time and time again, you saw that eUnited, they would win a fight, they would get the positioning, but they couldn't hold the objective because there was always someone there from Cloud9 to stop them from making an impact in that game. That just shows you how unbelievably talented T9 is, that even when eUnited have those openings, you get nothing from it.
It's Cloud9 are damn good.
They're good, man. And look, I know a lot of people are going to be sour on them because of the fact that they're in this lower bracket situation. Yeah. But I mean, come on, man. When they're in this position, they do it. They keep doing it. Yeah. If you ask me right now, I'm going to actually say it. Right now, who ends up in the finals? Probably going to be Optic Cloud9 again. Wouldn't shock me because Cloud9 just have the gift. But now it's like, will it end up playing the same way as Orlando? Or will we finally start to see this team evolve and ascend past that point where they're not, you know, like playing against Optic and looking like they don't quite know what they want to do, right? Like, I want to see the more to Cloud9. I think we're starting to get that here in this lower bracket.